Hello students, welcome to Europedia Global. So all of you know that we are running our GRE Quant 5 series for GRE exam, in which in each lecture we take 5 examples, 5 questions strictly based on the pattern of GRE exam. Okay. So up to now we have covered 6 lectures. Those are available on our YouTube channel, Europedia Global, and this is our 7th lecture today. So if you go through all these lectures, okay, all these questions, you will get idea about different type of questions, level of the questions in GRE exam, and important topics. About important topics you will get idea, right? So now let us discuss our this 7th lecture. So what questions we have taken today? Let us see first question. Just read the question who are continuously following us. So those must solve these questions, and if anyone is watching this first time, then you should also watch all the previous lectures. Okay. So we have a triangle having 3 sides, 3, 4 and 6 respectively. The area of the triangle is root k upon 4. Then the number of factors of k is equal to. So try to answer this question yourself first, then I will explain you. Okay, so now let me explain you. First of all, you should remember how to find the area of a triangle if the 3 sides of the triangle are known to us. Okay, we have a triangle, say ABC, whose sides are A, B and C respectively. Okay, so A is given as, say, 3, A is 3, B we can take 4 and C is equal to 6, right? So this is a triangle. So to find the area when sides are given, first we need to compute semi-perimeter. So we know that 2s is the perimeter, s is the semi-perimeter. This 2s is equal to a plus b plus c. Okay, so it is 13. So semi-perimeter s is equal to 13 divided by 2. Okay, s is the representation for semi-perimeter of a triangle. Now we all know the Hero's formula, very common formula. The area of the triangle is given by square root of s multiplied by s minus a multiplied by s minus b multiplied by s minus c. This is the formula for the area of the triangle. So this is equal to square root of s is 13 upon 2. Now s minus a, so 13 upon 2 minus 3, so 7 upon 2. Now s minus b, 13 upon 2 minus 4, so 5 upon 2, and then s minus c, so 13 upon 2 minus 6, so it is 1 upon 2. Okay, so it is equal to square root of 13 into 7 into 5 upon 4, which is given as root k upon 4. So k is equal to 13 into 7 into 5. This is k. Okay. Now we can see this is the prime factorization of k also. Okay. 13, 7 and 5 all are prime numbers. Okay. And this product is the prime factorization of k. Now if we want to compute the number of factors of k, first of all we write the prime factorization. If we want to compute number of factors of any number, we write the number in the prime factorized form. Okay, so it is already in the prime factorization form. Now in exponent of each base we add 1 and then we multiply all. So here exponent is 1, here 1 1, so we will add 1 to this. So 1 plus 1 2 into 1 plus 1 2 into 1 plus 1 2, so equal to 8. So this is our answer. Number of factors of this k is 8. Okay, so here in the box provided in the exam we will write 8. Now you can also verify. You can see that if this is k, so factors of k are 1, 5, 7, 13. Now 13 into 7, 91. 13 into 5, 65. 7 into 5, 35. And then this number itself. Okay, 13 into 7 into 5. So these are the factors. Okay, and we can count their number is 8. So you should remember this trick. First of all, write the prime factorization. Now in the power, add 1 in each power. Okay, and then multiply all the powers. Now let us see our next question. So this is from probability. Probability is an important chapter in GRE exam. In every exam, every paper they ask question from probability, basic question. So just try to solve this. Okay, so now let me explain you the solution. First of all, we have these numbers -2, -1, 0, 1, 3, and we have to randomly choose a number. Okay, so in how many ways we can choose a number? We can pick any number. So there are 5 numbers. So this can be done in 5 ways. Total number of ways is 5. Right. Now we want that probability. What is the probability that this quantity is greater than 0? So okay, for each case we will calculate x square plus x, and then we will count number of cases where this quantity is coming to be greater than 0. That will give us the favorable number of cases. Now probability of the event is equal to favorable number of cases divided by total number of cases. Okay, so if we take x equal to -2, right, x equal to, suppose we take -2, so then x square plus x is equal to -2 square is 4 minus 2. So 2, it is coming to be greater than 0. So this is in favor. Okay, this -2 is in favor. This is a favorable case. Now we take -1. So -1 square plus -1, 0. That is not greater than 0. So not in favor. Then if we take 0, 0 plus 0, 0. It is not greater than 0. So not in favor. If we take 1, so 1 square, 1 plus 1, 2. So it is greater than 0. So x equal to 1 is a favorable outcome. And similarly, if we take 3, it is also greater than 0. So x equal to 3 is also a favorable outcome. So there are 3 favorable outcomes. So probability of the required event will be 3 upon 5. C will be the right answer. So in GRE exam, this is the most important concept. Very simple question you get from this topic. Favorable number of cases upon total number of cases. Okay, this is the most important formula in GRE problems of probability. Now come to next question number 3. So sometime you may get question from permutation and combination also, especially based on the number formations. Just read the question and try to find out the solution of this. Okay, so first of all, we have to form 4-digit numbers, right? 4-digit numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we want number divisible by 4. Now, what is the condition for a number to be divisible by 4? We know that if the number formed using last 2 digit is a multiple of 4, then entire number is a multiple of 4. So now in last 2 digit, what we can put so that number become divisible by 4. Okay, so suppose we take 0 here, here we take 0, so 0 1, no, it is not divisible by 4. 0 2, no. 0 4, yes. If there is 0 4 in the last, this is divisible by 4, so the entire number having 0 4 at the last will be divisible by 4. Okay, so last 2 digit can be 0 4, then 0 7, no. Then here if we put 1 1 0, no. 1 2, yes. 12 is a multiple of 4, so number 4 will be divisible by 4. Now 1 7, no. Okay, now 2 0, then 2 4, okay, and then we have 4 0, okay, 4 0. Now we have 4 1 4 2 4 7, no, then 7 2. So these can be the last 2 digits. Now if last 2 digits are these 0 and 4, so 0 4 used here, so now we have 1 2 7. Okay, so repetition is not allowed. This position can be filled in 3 ways, so 3 into. Now after putting a digit here, this position can be filled in only 2 ways, so 2. So 3 into 2, 6. So there will be 6 numbers ending with 0 4, all will be divisible by 4. Okay, so now similarly here also, okay, so 6 numbers, 6 numbers, 6 numbers. Now if last 2 digit having no 0, like 1 2, if we have 1 2, so we have now 0 4 7, suppose. So here we cannot put 0, a number cannot start with 0, we can put only 2 digits, 4 and 7. So this can be filled in 2 ways. Then again here we can put 0 also, but not this digit, so 2 ways, so 2 into 2 4. So 4 numbers, 4 numbers, 4 numbers. So total is equal to 10 10 10 30. So we can form total 30 numbers. This is our answer. Now let us see question number 4. So such questions on number formation are important for GRE exam. Okay, you should be able to solve such questions. Now come to next question number 4. Percentage, a favorite topic of the mentors who prepare questions of GRE, right? So just see comparison type questions, quantity A, quantity B. Calculate value of 5x and y, then compare them. So 40% of 120 is what? 120 into 40 upon 100. Okay. 40% of 120 is x. So x equal to what? X equal to 120 into 40 upon 100 equal to 48. So we are getting x equal to 48. Now 30% of x minus y is x minus y into 30 upon 100 or 3 upon 10 plus 20% का मतलब 1/5 of 2x plus y equal to 3. Okay, so now this is 3 upon 10 x, okay, minus 3 upon 10 y plus 2x upon 5 or 4x upon 10 or plus 2y upon 10 equal to 30 upon 10. Okay, make the base 10, denominator 10 in all case. So now we have 4x plus 3x, 7x minus 3y plus 2y, so minus y equal to 30, right? Now x is 48. So 7 into 48 minus 30 equal to y equal to 336 minus 30. So equal to 306. Okay. So y is equal to 306. So this quantity b is 306. This is 306. Now 5x. So 5 into 48, 240. So this is greater than this. So B is our answer. In exam, quantity B is greater than quantity A. Now come to next question. I have made denominator 10 in each case. Okay. So a question on pipes and cisterns. Sometime in GRE exam they ask questions from time and work, and sometime from this pipes and cisterns also. So you should know the basic concepts. Just read the question. So a pipe can fill a tank in 8 hours, right? एक pipe है that can fill a tank in 8 hours. So in 1 hour, what part of the tank it can fill? In 1 hour, A in 1 hour can fill 1 upon 8 part of the tank. Okay, 1/8 of the tank. Similarly, B in 1 hour can fill 1 upon 6 part of the tank. So if both A and B are opened together in an empty tank, so A plus B, A and B combinedly, okay, in 1 hour can fill how much part? 1 upon 6 plus 1 upon 8 equal to, taking LCM, 24. So 7 upon 24. In 1 hour they can fill 7 upon 24 part. So the entire tank can be filled in 24 upon 7 hour. If A and B combinedly are opened, then the full tank can be filled in 24 upon 7 hour. Okay. So we can say that one tank can be filled in 24 upon 7 hour. So in what time? 7/8, matlab 7 upon 8 part of the tank. 7 upon 8 tank can be filled in what time? So 7 upon 8 into 24 upon 7, or equal to 3 hour. Okay. So 3 is the right answer. This can be filled in 3 hour. So I hope you have understood all these questions, and if you are seriously planning to join some foreign university giving admission on the basis of GRE exam or without GRE exam or through any mean, okay, many foreign universities offer admissions in PhD, in masters, based on different examinations, okay, different criterias. So you can join Yourpedia global platform for your assistance. Okay, all the best.